are basically our engine.
Excel?
Basically, I can turn him on.
The last thing that's new with Mechanoids. Sorry.
No, go right ahead. Look, I can do this. He's recording right now.
So what he's doing is
He's gonna move in, and I can press play. It records sounds as well. I can record the sounds. He's gonna run off my desk, but he will do exactly what I just told him to do, and he'll do it, you know, just like that. And the coolest part about it is, again, he with more of them. Say your little brother or little sister got one of these, and you're both sitting at the homework table, and you both have your Micronoids out, and you both have them on. I can't do this, I can't like tell them to do this, but they will eventually sync up. I don't know when, I don't know how. It could take 5 minutes, it could take right when you open it, could take 45. Thank you very much again, sir. But the best part about it is that they will sync up, they'll start dancing. One will play music, the other will laugh, and then, they'll start dancing and they'll sync up, and it's really hilarious, it's a lot of fun. And again, you get to build them, and as a child you get to actually be a part of that, and to pour that, the sweat and the blood and tears, for building, and you're like, this is mine. That sense of ownership, that sense of accomplishment, and being able to then play with it, it's really awesome. It's incredible. Again, it does also have an 8-ball feature. It can answer all yes/no questions, and it will say no. It will let you know when it's not in a happy mood. It's like, are you happy right now? And it will say yes or no. But the best part about it is, again, they're simple. These can be built by a child in under an hour. I mean, yes, it's a determined hour, but it's an hour. This would be 4 to 5 hours, but again, 4 to 5 determined hours. But $39.99, $99.99. This is all retail. $139.99, and then $299.99.
So
Quadcopter,
we can start over at the
has licensed sounds. Sounds good.
Gosh, and do you want to do it? I can do it. Sure. So this is the Star Trek Enterprise. It is for obviously the new upcoming movie, so it does launch just before then. If you notice, it has super detailing. It's very close design to the actual Enterprise. I'll put on the lights for you just so you can view. The lights are an internal, so it actually does mimic the actual design of the Enterprise itself. Light rate, it is a quadcopter, so it flies quite well. It does include this stand because a lot of the people that we think are going to actually buy this might not fly it as often as stare at it. So it does launch just before the movie, just before Father's Day, so it's like a great thing. I know I'm buying my dad this. And it's a fact that we love to mention is that in 50 years that Star Trek has actually existed, there is no existing flying Enterprise. This was the first to actually incorporate the actual flying of the vehicle, so we like to sort of helm that because it's awesome. And yeah, that's the Star Trek Enterprise. Another license that we have is the Batmobile for Batman versus Superman. If you notice that it's super designed to replicate the actual model of the real Batmobile. It does have the finishing to look like it has taken some damage, just like it would the real Batmobile. We've been mindful of the design, knowing that people who buy this actually do want to put it on display. So all of the inputs are sort of hidden or very muted within the actual car. This goes pretty fast. They used to demo it the other day, but the batteries are a little dead for a long show. But this is one of our faster air hogs, so it's actually pretty awesome. And I can turn on the lights for you. You notice it has the LEDs in the front, just like the car, and then in the back has the fire red to replicate the fire that comes out. When it actually is driving, the light on the red just gets brighter to mimic fire. And that is the Batmobile. We've also designed a smaller version of it. Because again, on display, we offer this as the replica, and that one is a smaller version. Sometimes I think people would like to play with the small one, display the big one. So we've made that option available. In the movie now, the new Batwing, we've developed a model for that as well. It's pretty cool. So if you notice, on the actual Batwing, this wouldn't actually exist. But for flying purposes, it wouldn't be very aerodynamic if we didn't have to include the plastic inside. So we've been mindful to keep it somewhat clear, so when it's flying, it actually has the shape that it does in the movie. You can also notice that it does take a flight pattern with wheels, so you can actually sit it on the ground and it'll take off to mimic an actual flight pattern. And that is the Batman Batwing. And we can move on to actually what won the best toy of the fair, best of Toy Fair, sorry, is our TIE Fighter. So this is actually very, very interesting to talk about. If you notice on many of our other items, there is, you know, open facing rudders, everything's sort of out in the open to fly. If you notice, this doesn't have that. They've used a different technology for this, so it actually pulls in the air into this, pulls it in, pulls it out from here. So it actually has a little propulsion type fly. There's a handy little holder here, so you sort of hold it as it goes to fly, and it does have its separate rudder for left and right. So in flight pattern, you notice it doesn't look like it can fly because there's no actual available rudders or propellers. So it's pretty awesome in design, and I think that's one of the best of Toy Fair reasons, because it's specifically designed just to keep to the actual model of the TIE Fighter in the movie and in Star Wars. Again, these are all on market. This will be fall 2016. These are all available as well, so they're a little earlier. So that's our light. It's a technology that's never been mixed.
The goal is that it's easy to fly. Comes out of the box and
It's augmented
fly,
reality
or you drive
with
it.
drones and video games. So essentially, it's an app that you have on your
Whereas a lot of other
iPad.
retailers do.
You get this mat, you place the drone on top of the mat, and the drone will hover over this mat, and on your app you will essentially see what you're seeing on the screen. Oh, they haven't had it up, so there's a little sizzle over there. But essentially it's a video game that connects to this
Censoring so that and durability.
He'll show you exactly how to play it.
Our X-Wing, our Millennium Falcon pod,
So the quad does fly physically in front of you. You use your app to start the actual video game. And while he's looking at there are various tasks that you have to do in video games. Save people, to get rid of the aliens, put out fires. There's many different aspects of the game, but it's never been done before. No one's ever mixed all of those technologies together, so we're really proud of this. We see a lot of exact reference. And I think that's awesome. There she goes. Right here is picking up someone. And aliens getting
One hit, you rumble and some lights will flash, and it'll kind of like go like this in the air.
And another big showcase, actually a couple things. First is our Sentinel quad. So this is our Sentinel quad. I actually love this. So if you notice, it's a quadcopter. A lot of the designs of these are similar, but if you notice, there is a camera here. So this is a quad that you can actually view where it is, what the quad is looking at. We've also additionally added something else to this. If you notice up there, there are goggles. So it allows the flyer to actually have a POV of what the Sentinel is actually seeing. You just have to place your phone into the goggles, and it showcases essentially what you're looking at from the quad. It does have a intuitive level where it would hover, so it guards you from going too high or lowering. Again, so you put your phone into the remote, and you can view from there. Or additionally, you can look through the goggles. It has sensory factors, so if it is in fact flying into a tree, let's say, it will veer to the other side. Or
What's the ratio of the cameras?
I can't really hug us with that. But also, I just wanted to notice with the goggles, you notice when you put these on, you can't see your peripheral, you know, so it's very hard to see. So like I said, it has that intuition where if it is veering towards a tree, it will go left or right depending on if they will clash. Additionally, we do have access to this so that more than one person can see what we're seeing. So you can use multiple devices to actually view what the quad is showing. Yeah, that's it. And it does actually come in that hard case over there, so you can conveniently bring it everywhere, whenever. The toys for Secret Life of Pets that is coming out, launching soon. Notably, it's our best friend Max here.
Yeah, would you like me to demonstrate that?
Yes, please.
Sure. So this is our lead fall item coming out basically right before movie release in June. So Best Friend Max has 2 modes. So on his leash, you can take him for a walk. And he really likes to go. So as you can see here, so that is when he's connected to his leash. When he's off his leash, you can see him in his free play mode, so you get even more fun interactive sounds and phrases and a really cute little tail wag there. So it really is like he's hanging out more with his buddies and like very more classic to your normal pet. So he is to scale with pretty much what you see in the Secret Life of Pets movie, and he's voiced by Louis C.K. So definitely probably one of the softer sides of Louis that yes, exactly. And he really likes people. So that'll be our lead item, and then of course we are TV advertising 2 other items in spring around movie with our walking talking pets assortment for $12.99 and our deluxe talking plush that you see right over here.
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. Thank you.
Zoomer Chimp. Right now she's demoing the Hedgies.
So they'll start to giggle as well, and sometimes they'll laugh so hard that they'll laugh themselves out of breath.
They do little tricks. They're you can hear right now that they make noises. Sometimes when she actually doesn't make the flip, she'll make a little grunt or a little struggle, and then when she does, she says "ta-da!" So
Candace may have already mentioned, but if we could get you to film Iris direction.
No problem.
Thank you.
Gotta keep them show ready.
So yeah, that's the Hedgies, and then those come in the
You want to see our Zoomer Chimp?
simple functioning, a little different from our Zoomer Chimp, which is a little more advanced. I'm sorry, I don't want to go over your trip. So this is Zoomer Chimp over here. What's notable about this compared to the rest of the line, what we brought out is a little more animation in the face. It's developed to actually show his teeth, curl his lips. Cass can definitely show you what I was speaking of.
So he's definitely very lifelike. He's got a fully moving animated face, which is brand new for us. So he's blowing us raspberries right now. His eyebrows move. He'll pull back his lips to show you his teeth. Eyes change different colors depending on his mood. So right now he's pouting because we're not playing with him. Really dynamic chimp movement, so he will be able to, walk on all 4s. He does have a pretty cheeky personality. A little bit rude. He likes to fart on me, and he thinks it's hilarious. And then because he's on camera, he'll be extra cheeky. Best of all, he can also walk on his 2 legs, again like a chimp would. So he'll roam his territory, go on his own adventure. I can interact with him in many different ways, so I can get him to follow me and trace my movements, but I can also train him if I would like with 10 voice commands. Let's dance. I was gonna jungle boogie. So I have 10 different commands, so easy for the child to remember. But what's great is that you're not going to get the same response every single time. So it's a little bit of a deeper play pattern. We're calling it a progressive play. So it keeps the element of surprise, the child coming back wanting to play more, discover what else he's going to do. You know, so one time he may do the boogie dance, next time he may add a different type of music, or he may get really sneaky and, you know, do a little bit of a ballet pirouette.
Thanks, Cass.
You're welcome.
So we have kept to the original design as well as licensing it out and making a simpler version called Doodle Sketch. So this was acquired a day before New York Toy Fair, so it's pretty new and exciting for us. So yeah, there's a lot on our to-do list for this. Sorry. And another license. Oh, sorry. This is Kinetic Sand Beach, so it does mimic wet beach sand. If you notice, it's multicolored, like sand. The grain is a little thicker to mimic sand. So essentially, it is sand that never dries out. So it's always buildable beach sand. And most notably is our kinetic build. Nick can actually show you what's unique about this.
Yep, so the great thing about Build is that now you can actually shape and mold the sand and it'll retain its form. So that allows us to do things like create cakes with layers that you can actually pick up and play and get really detailed with what you're creating. You can do cars with little details, you can do buildings, so it really opens a door for endless possibilities. And the great thing about Build, like Kinetic Sand, is that it never dries out. And while it holds its form, as you can see, even if I bounce it a little bit, it still keeps its shape. But once you start manipulating it, it goes back into that kinetic, flowy movement that we love. So it's still got all the properties of Kinetic Sand that we love, but now it's able to retain and hold its shape a little bit better. So that is Kinetic Build. It's available in 2 different playsets currently, which are on TV. The Bakery Boutique, where you can make all kinds of delicious looking treats, and then the Crash 'em Cars set as well, where you can build and then race and crash your cars in the box playset. And then the Build pouches are also available, where you can buy the colors on their own as well. Then we also have, which is a part of the Kinetic family, it's not sand, but it's also stretchy and moldable. This is one of my favorites. It just launched in spring, and you really need to feel it to really appreciate it.
Wow.
So it's really, really cool. You can stretch it, you can model it, you can mold it. It comes in all different colors. And the great thing is that unlike sand, which never dries out, foam actually does dry, so that you have something that you can keep and display forever. So all of these items on the shelf, you can see, are made out of foam. And what I like is that you can get something that looks great, but you don't have to have like amazing artistic talent to be able to achieve it. So something like this is just made from an old soup can that's just being decorated with foam, but you get something that looks really, really beautiful, that you can display on your desk and that you can keep forever. So we've just launched this. There's a lot of great buzz around it. It's available in 2 price points, $14.99 for the 3-color bundle and $6.99 for the single packs. And then in fall 2016, we're going to move into some licensed stuff with Avengers and introduce some template play as well.
Bunchums. It is awesome. What we have now for fall 16 is the Bunchums Alive. If I can turn this one on, I'll show you guys how awesome it is.
I think it might be on.
Oh, it's all. Oh, got it. There you go. So Bunchums Alive, what it is essentially a globe that you build on. You do have these packs to build these characters. You're also, let's not fall. You're also able to actually build your own with all of them. It's magic how they all turned off at the same time.
Yeah.
And also I believe it's the easel, right? Which is fall 16 as well?
So the easel just launched in spring, so this is available now. But it's a travel easel, which is great because it doubles as storage. So you can keep all your Bunchums organized. It has this nice Velcro easel component that you can create two-dimensional artwork on, and then the handle for on-the-go travel, which is great. So that's available now. So along with Bunchums Alive in Fall 16, we're introducing 2 theme packs at $14.99. So we have glow-in-the-dark ocean characters and glow-in-the-dark dinosaur characters as well. So this is the first time that you're going to be seeing glow-in-the-dark Bunchums. And because our mega pack was so successful this past year, we kept hearing that people wanted more and more Bunchums. So we're introducing a jumbo pack with over 1,000 Bunchums in a resealable package that people can use as storage. So that's also going to be available in fall 2016. So we have a very exciting year ahead of us for Bunchums.
Yeah, come this way. I'll show you guys.
But I think Shirley wanted me to take the other two.
Your regular pottery wheel, you know that you work against gravity to build upwards.
Awesome. So we just wait 5 minutes. Your lunch is in Toys R Us executive.
You place the clay round onto the mold. There are various levels and
So and
function as an actual wheel, so it does spin as well. It comes with all the accessories. I believe 3 paints as well.
That's cool.
10.
10. Okay, so
10
even better. And then we do have the project kits that notes to make super things like and even with the excess clay, we do sort of offer little projects that you can make small self-build without the actual pottery wheel.
Keep things simple.
And again, these are so cool. So it's our baby. It's threadless sewing. So if you notice, the needles itself are actually protected, so there's no possible damage to the child. It does sew without thread, so you know it's together right here. Pretty awesome. It's felt soda. It does melt to itself. Going on to that is our Bake Cool, so it's bakeless baking. I think these are demos, but definitely. Would you like a croissant? No, I'm kidding. Yeah, it's bakeless, it's cool bake, essentially, bakeless baking. The design of our model machine is actually just a little different, so that was what's special this year, Fall 16 for us. And then my personal favorite for this is the Text Cool. It's essentially wristbands that you could punch in whatever you want. There's emojis, there's little details that you can do. It's really popular, even with boys, to be honest. A lot of boys like this as well, but there's gorgeous little accessories and buttons that you can add to it. Yeah, and essentially it's like a best friend bracelet. I would have loved to have this when I was younger. And then it's cool, which is essentially a project-based knitting machine, so knitting studio, so it allows us to actually give project-based and give everyone, this is very popular in our cross sections. And that is our Cool Brands. It is going to be features on TV as well. It comes with a figure for itself, so it does include this figure. It allows the child to sort of carry it and fly it in its activity. Additionally, there is a, let's see, it's in the back. So there is a little hatch to allow the pups to enter their air patroller. Working propellers, and it is great for imaginative play for kids. That is our air patroller. Moving on. There's also the Jungle Rescue playset, which is pretty cool. So essentially, it is when the pups come and they find this in the jungle and they find this little temple, they realize that, hey, it's a hidden headquarters. So it does include the sliding monkey over here, so you can actually go down into the sled, and tracker as well with the vehicle. There's an elevator over here as well, so you can go up and down. So again, it's just inclusive of all our play sets here. Hatch door, so he falls through, or his hat is a little bigger than the hatch. And that is the jungle play set. Also, I wanted to note the Ionics version of the Paw Patroller that was released last season. What we brought on today is the Paw Patroller Ionics. So what Ionics Junior is similar to functional cubes that you build. We have, this is a release for the Paw Patroller. The Paw Patroller itself, the actual model, it was a huge hit, so we did meld this a little more. Again, it comes with figures. With the Onyx brand, we also have the vehicle playsets that have included, build pieces as well. And I believe there are decals that you can create the characters on the Ionics as well.
That's the Jungle Patrol.
And that's, yeah.
This is just
I wonder if it's in so the train actually moves by itself as well. So I personally love the train track. I'll stop it. There's a loading dock over there where you flip the hatch. This is a prototype, so it's not fully functional yet. But you would stop the hatch, the train would stop, and it allows Rumble to, load on or load items on. There is the tower still available for this, and what's cool about this is it still works as shoots out like everything else. So you just push it up, it continues, and again another feature of this is the bridge, and it does have places where the bridge will break, so it's like the everyday hero trend that we're working with toys. So Paw Patrol is on that radar definitely, so we love that. And there's activity playsets, imaginative. I believe it's called, yeah. And again, if you notice that they're all the same, so you can build and mix, so it's awesome for us. So there are 4 different sets. Yeah. And very, very somber, a very short song pattern. And if you notice on top of it will illuminate the lights onto the wall of the ceiling. I'll play it again. So again, if you notice, that was very short. So it's on the actual child's decision to press and play. So it's really cool here. If you notice on the ceiling, yeah. Cooler than I actually. And again, it's very short, so it's not too in your face. And then these are included in all the figures and the plushes. That's Teletubbies. New for this season is actually we have their little friends with them now. So I really enjoyed the way, if you notice, there's a horse, there's a panda, there's a rabbit. They all have different walking patterns. I'll show you initially the dog first. The dog actually just waddles around, and there's all different types of breeds, if you notice. So a lot of people collect their favorite type of dog, their favorite, or the one they have actually. So that walking pattern, they've changed a little. So if you notice, this is a horse. So if you can listen very carefully, it sounds like galloping. So they've intuitively kept in mind what type of animal it is. The panda waddles. It's adorable. I'll just show you 3 for the difference. Like a panda would, right? So they're adorable. Of course, they're collectible. Once you have one, everyone kind of wants more. And they do come with their little friends. That's new for this season. What else is new is our bath time playset. Let's show you how that works. So essentially, let's say he's coming in with his little friend. They do have little baskets that you can hold the friend inside. There you go. So take him through. There's a little hatch. So he's in his bath. You can give him a little shower. Take the pet. And then there's an elevator that goes upwards. And then once he goes up, he can slide down into the basket. And then, I hope this isn't broken. There you go. You can walk over and place him in here and take him for a little spin. So it's very interactive. Kids love to play with this, imagine. And that's the bath time playset. Yeah. Additionally, with Chubby Puppies, we have the big plushes, which look like awesome pillows. And these ones, which are super cute. Let's see if I can turn one on for you. These guys are probably really tired from this toy fair.
You can imagine.
Yeah. Yeah, they look like they are. Essentially, they're kind of like bumbling. They like move like an actual puppy, very excited. I feel like these batteries are dead from the usage. And that is Chubby Puppies and Friends.
Over 100 different phrases, and we like to think that's a smart little girl. So if I
It'd
put
be
her on
awesome
her
if you
back,
guys could
she
use
knows
that. He
she's
just
on her back.
started.
So
Yeah,
to
he's
say
doing a
things
demo.
like,
Right legs.
"Oh, she's getting sleepy right now. Snuggle, so you have to rock her to sleep." Or she'll talk about the stars. Then if I put her on her stomach, she knows she's on her stomach, and she'll say things like, "Hello down there," or "Smells like pizza." Then we go into music mode. And in music mode, I like to think this is create your own music, because that's what we're going to do right now, create some music. If I press her ear, she'll cycle through 5 different styles of music. We have rock and roll, jazz, a little yodeling. On the yodeling? Ooh. So when I tilt her from side to side, she changes what she says. We go this way, then I go this way, a little bit different. And we can do a little opera for you guys. You want to sing? And wait, what do we got over here? Wait, yep. Ooh, no. How about a little bit of, what else you got for us? And she'll cycle through things like pop, and rock and roll, and jazz. Then lastly, just when you thought we were done, we have a little bit of record mode. So when I press her ear, she's going to change what she says. Hello everyone, I'm Brightling, and you guys are all my new best friends. When I tilt her from side to side, she's going to change the speed of her voice. Then we go, hello everyone, I'm Brightling. You know, we gave this to that 5, 6, 7-year-old girl. They love repeat mode is their favorite. They do it over and over and over again. So those are your 3 modes. Play, repeat. Yes.
How much?
$29.99. That's our Brightling. Surprise? It's all along with 7 and all the other